on Sabbath. Yay.
Who he speaking to?
Lost. The Torah. He's teaching Torah, guys.
Who is he speaking to? That matters, right?
About Esau. No.
Nobody? Alright, I'll help you out a little bit. He's speaking to the priests of Israel.
Oh, wow.
Do we understand that?
Mm-hmm.
He's speaking to the priests. Malachi 1:6. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you. O priests, do you hear? Are you reading along, Zion? O priests. We already established he's speaking to Israel. But who is he speaking specifically to? In Israel. The priests. How we know that? Because he say what? O priests that despise my name. And you say, wherein have we despised thy name? You offer. Who's offering it? The priests. You offer polluted bread upon my altar. And you say, wherein have we polluted you? In that you say the table of the Lord is contemptible. And if you offer the blind for sacrifice, that is a sin. Is it not evil? That is specifically in the Torah, that we do not offer blind animals, man. That's in the Torah specifically. And guess what? Esau probably is not aware of that. Because what? He showed this word unto Jacob, right? He didn't establish the priesthood with Esau, right? He did that with Israel. So why is Israel doing this? If you offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? They know this. If you offer the lame and the sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with you?
No.
You doing that to me, do it to your governor. Will he be pleased with you or accept thy person? Wow. Can you just simply, you know what? I'm going to offer this blind, lame, and sick offer to the governor. But you know what? He going to accept it, though, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a priest, though. Because, you know, I'm Israel, though. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Is that what we doing? That's how a lot of you Hebrews act, though. You think just because you don't even know what it means to be Israel. But you think just because you're Israel, you can behave and you can do whatever you want to. And you expect the Most High to be pleased with you. And the Most High asking, dealing with Israel and his priests.
Should we continue in sin that grace may abound? God forbid.
Person.
Forbid.
And if you know anything about the Most High, Deuteronomy 10:17, the Most High is not a respecter of person. We're going to establish this today, though. Saith the Lord of hosts. And now I pray you, beseech Elohim that he will be gracious unto us. And now I pray you, beseech Elohim that he will be gracious unto us. This have been by your means. Will he regard your persons? Saith the Lord of hosts. Who is there even among you that would shut the doors for naught? Neither do you kindle fire on my altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you. Who is he speaking to? I need 2 or 3 witnesses. Because he just said, I have no pleasure in you. Who is he speaking to? Is he speaking to Esau there too?
No, he's talking to Israel.
What's going on? Once you get to verse 9, you get the meat of the message. Let me repeat it. And now I pray you, beseech God, beseech Elohim, that he will be gracious unto us. This have been by your means. Will he regard your persons?
Wow.
Saith Yahweh of hosts, saith the Lord of hosts. Who is there even among you that would who is there even among you that would shut the doors for naught, for nothing? Neither do you kindle fire on my altar for nothing. I have no pleasure in you. Who is he speaking to?
Israel.
Need to obey God.
In Malachi chapter 1, verse 10, I need to know who the Most High is speaking to when he says, I have no pleasure in you. Who is he speaking to? I need 2 or 3 witnesses.
Man. Ouch.
Israel? Okay. I have no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand. Let's pause there and meditate on that. Do we understand how important offerings are to us as a people?
Yeah.
Do we understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Do we understand that offerings, like for the Most High to establish a covenant with us, or when the Most High established the covenant with Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, with Israel coming out of Egypt, person, 2 lambs a day, 2 lambs a day, one in the morning, one in the evening. All of our feast days, offerings, just a day, offerings. Do you know how important it is that the Most High say that He says, neither will I accept an offering at your hand?
Ouch.
Miss Israel 30, we read in Malachi 1. You just said to read Malachi 1. You gave the precept. We reading it. Answer the question. This is important. For Him to say, I'm not going to accept an offering at your hand, do you know what that means? That means death. That means death. That means no sin atonement. That means no peace offerings.
Wow.
No, that's done. That's out. That's out.
God is good.
You know we only get a sin atonement through blood, right?
Yep.
If He's not accepting your offering, that means you're going to hell.
Oh, that's
You do
good.
understand that, right?
Praise Jesus. Oh, man.
From the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same,
Doesn't matter who
my
it
name
is,
shall be great among the Gentiles.
Right.
I'm reading Malachi 1. I'm reading it. For from the rising of the sun even to the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts. I want to establish this Malachi 1 that you mentioned. This is what we read in this precept that you gave. You quoted Romans 9:13, and you said Malachi 1. You didn't give a verse or nothing. So I'm reading all of Malachi 1. Because the Romans 9:13 is a precept of Malachi 1. Well, we reading it. So we establishing Malachi 1. So what are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about the Most High telling Israel He ain't got no pleasure in them? Telling the priests, and please understand, when He's speaking to the priest and He says, neither will I accept an offering at your hand, that's not just for the priest offering, because the priests make the offerings on the behalf of who? On the behalf of the people.
Yep.
Do we understand this?
Yes.
Am I getting it wrong?
So what? Stop getting back on
I
that.
got it all right. Do the priests not give the offering on the behalf of the people?
Yes.
I know this.
This is debunking the Israelites.
Can you just like Control said, can you just stay focused? Can you just stay focused? Can you just stay focused, please?
Oh, my bad.
Cause you just spouting off stuff. Malachi 1:11. The Most High say that His name is going to be great among the Gentiles, and it's going to be great among the heathen. How do we interpret that? That establishes why I said what I said about Edomites. Okay, so I hear you with that. Now this is what I need you to do. I need you to just read with me and answer some of these questions pertaining to these scriptures, please. I understand where you're coming from already. I already understand that. I already got enough to work with. Now let's get into the scriptures now. I understand what you're saying, and you may Not, or you may understand what I'm saying. I'm going to establish what I'm saying with this Bible. Let's get into this Bible now. I hear what you're saying. Genesis 25. Behold, there are two nations in thy womb. I got you. Now let's get into this Malachi 1 that you had quoted earlier, that you precept. We're reading it now. Malachi 1:11. Let's one more time. For from the rising of the sun even to the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name. And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name. In every place. In a pure offering. So he just spoke on Israel and their priests not giving a pure offering, giving evil offerings. And then he says, man, my name going to be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts. Verse 12. But you have profaned it. Who profaned the Most High's name? Who is he speaking to?
Yeah.
Who is he speaking to?
Yes, people.
Who is he speaking to? Who is he speaking to? Who is he speaking to? The Most High say, hey man, my name gonna be great among the Gentiles. My name gonna be great among the heathen. But he says, but you have profaned it. Who is he speaking to? I need to know right now. Who is he speaking to?
Israel.
Who is he speaking to? Who is he speaking to?
Israel.
But yet his people is giving him evil offerings.
That's so sad.
And he said, I have no pleasure in them, in you. Verse 10. He says, hey, my name going to be great among the Gentiles. My name going to be great among the heathen. Verse 12, but you have polluted it. But you have polluted it. Who is he speaking to? Israel.
Israel.
In that you say the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. What are we going to do about that? He's speaking to his people. You also say, behold, what a weariness is it, and you have snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts. And you have brought that which was torn, and the lame, and the sick. Thus you brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord? He's speaking to Israel. And again, Israel knows that you don't offer the Most High nothing that's been tore up by no beast. You don't offer the Most High nothing that's been maimed. You don't offer the Most High nothing that's blind. You don't offer him that. That's what the Torah said. That's Leviticus, man.
Give him your best.
There's a certain way we offer sacrifices, that they offer sacrifices. Even now. Romans 12:1, offer your body as a living sacrifice.
Amen.
So what, you going to be blind? You going to be maimed?
Deny yourself. Pick up the cross and follow him.
Amen.
Can I ask you a question? That would kind of pull us away from this. You cannot.
No.
Just hold the question, please. Please just hold the question. Let's get through this Malachi 1. Do you understand what I'm saying, Miss Israel 30? Do you understand what I'm saying? He's speaking to his people. I'm going to precept this in a moment, so please, I would love to not read Malachi 1 the remainder of the time I'm up here. Can we please, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't want to read this, just keep repeating the same verse over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I would like to move forward. Okay, you understand. Okay, he's speaking to his people. He says, should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord. Last verse. But cursed be the deceiver which have in his flock a male, and voweth, and a sacrificer unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathens. Brother, if they can't hear, can we read Jeremiah 6:30? Let me read it real quick. He only speaks to his people. So, Miss Israel 30, was he pleased with Israel in Malachi 1?
No.
Nope.
The burden of the word of Yah to Yahushua by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet you say, wherein have you loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I have loved Jacob. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Now, let's precept that real quick. Let's go to Psalm 106. Because he said he hated Esau, right? And the Hebrew word there is saneh. Let's go to Psalm 106, verse 40. Psalm 106, verse 40. Can somebody put that in the comment section? Psalm 106, verse 40. Psalm 106, verse 40. And I'm going to go back to Malachi in a minute. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people. Let me repeat that. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people. Insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. What does it mean to abhor something?
To hate something.
See, now I'm going to go to the Webster's Dictionary now. I'm going to go to the Webster's Dictionary.
Despise something.
I'm going to go to the Webster's Dictionary, I'm going to go to the Oxford Dictionary. Because it say here, once again, therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. Now, this is an Oxford Dictionary right here. The word abhor, hold on, let me just prove to you that I got it up. Hold on. Abhor. It means to regard with disgust and hatred. Do we see that? Is that what that don't matter?
Yes.
It say he
Of
hated
course
his people.
matters.
Who is his inheritance? Who is his inheritance?
Israel.
His people.
Who the apple of his eye? Who is that? I just want to know who that is. Who is that, man? Who's that? Yeah, man, Most High bless you as well. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, insomuch that he abhorred his own inheritance. It say he hated his people. So what that make them? The burden of the Romans 9:6. Not as though the word of Elohim had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are of Israel. No, you're not Israel. No, you're going to hell. You in hell.
Disobey God.
No, you're not. No. Israel is inheriting the kingdom. You Hebrews that's sitting up here claiming to be Israel, but you're still engaging in wickedness and carnality. You're not an Israelite. You're an Edomite. That's why I call you Edomites. That's why when I test a lot of you Hebrew spirit, and you show me that you really don't have the word in you, you're really not in this to the casket drop. You're not in this blood, sweat, and tears. You a coward. Once I find that out, after I test your fruit, I'm not calling you no Israelite. You're an Edomite. That's what you are. Neither, verse 7, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children.
Follow him, guys.
But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. What you think this is about blood?
Follow him.
You think this is about blood? Oh no, being an Israelite, I'm a descendant of Abraham. You know Abraham had Ishmael, right? You know Abraham had kids with Keturah, right? You know Abraham had concubines, right? You know Isaac, I'm a descendant of Abraham,
after the
Isaac,
flesh, and one
and Jacob.
of promise.
Abraham had more kids than Isaac. Isaac, again, Esau and
Two types
Jacob,
of people
who
in
were
this world.
twins. You do know that twins, and I'm not a biologist, but according to, I believe twins have the same biological information, if I'm not mistaken. It's the same. It's the sperm and the egg making a zygote, and the zygote gets split. They got the same biological information. The only difference Jacob and Esau had was the ruddiness. That wasn't a product of the skin. That was the product of the hair that he had on his body. But these Hebrews don't look at the Hebrew. They don't read the language. They don't read the text. That literally says in the English that he was covered as a red garment. He was covered as a red garment, man. Covered in what? He was covered in hair. These Hebrews can't read. They don't know what biblical red is. They sit up here talking about, yeah, man. What do we call white folks? We call them rednecks. And you know, man, they don't get red, but pink is a derivative of red. You sound stupid. Because that word, what's the word? I think it's admoni. The word for red. Romans
9:6.
Neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. That is they which are the children of the flesh. That is they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of Elohim.
Boy.
Oh no, I'm an Israelite. I'm an Israelite because, you know what I'm saying, my mother, who your mother and your father are? Who your mother and your father are? These Hebrews, a lot of these Hebrews, they have spiritual lobotomies. A lot of these Hebrews got spiritual lobotomies. They allow these camps to get in their head and just whisk up their brains. You sound stupid. You sound so stupid. Who is your mother and your father? I'm a son of God, man, because I'm an Israelite, man. And you say that dealing with the flesh, not the spirit. These Hebrews boast more according to the flesh than according to the spirit. And you even got some bugged out Hebrews that want to glory in both. When the scripture says specifically in 1 Peter chapter 1, we have not been born of corruptible seed, but incorruptible seed by the word of the Most High. For all flesh is as grass, but the word of the Most High liveth and abideth forever. It says that the man of Elohim cannot sin because his seed remaineth in him. You think that's talking about who your father is? How many times has the Most High killed? The Most High has probably killed more Hebrews than the devil.
Wow.
Like, give me a break, man. Give me a break. How many times has the Most High exacted judgment on Hebrews because they was being wicked? And you sitting up here got the nerve to sit up here and call them an Israelite. You going to hell. That's blasphemy. They don't even understand what that word Israel means. They don't study that. That's something you can see that's something that is in the beginning, man. That's something that's in the beginning. Israel was established in the beginning, before there was time. And for them to sit up in here and to say, oh man, you know, you an Israelite based off your flesh. That is an abomination. That's an abomination. That's almost blasphemy. I had to study that. That's almost blasphemy.
Israelites are true Christians.
To say something like that, man.
True Christians are Israelites.
That is they which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of Elohim. These are not the children of Elohim. But the children of the promise was counted for the seed. Abraham had children with Hagar, and he had children with Keturah. They Hebrews too. But he didn't choose none of them, man. Neither because they are the seed. Like, would you just come up to me? Would you just come up to me and call me a good man?
No.
Would you just do that? Can somebody just come up to you and say, hey, I'm a good man?
God.
And you don't know them? You don't know if they know the Most High, if they have the fear of the Most High, or you don't know how they raise their kids, how they treat themselves, how they treat their spouse, how they treat their neighbor, you know, what they do for their community, if they do anything that's constructive or destructive to their community. Would you just say, hey man, you know, can they just come up to you and say, hey, you know, I'm a good man?
No.
So why would you do that with Israel? You don't just call somebody an Israelite, man. That's something that you call somebody when you actually have tested their fruits.
Amen.
Come on, man. You can read that. That's in John. Let me read that real quick. During the transfiguration of Christ, how did Peter recognize Moses and Elijah? Well, you got to understand, bro, a lot of these, number one, that was a vision. That was a vision. And number two, the scriptures of old, they had pictures in them, bro. They had pictures in the older Bibles. Hilton Leah, where you at? The older Bibles had pictures in them, bro. Number one, that was a vision. That was a vision. And number two, the older scriptures have pictures in them. It's for people who partake in the law, statutes, and commandments. If I've been studying right.
Amen. Yep.
So, Mr. Hilton Leah,
Careful who you say.
let me ask you a question.